Good day, each and everyone. I am Jasmine Sumalon. So today I will be discussing about doing historical research in libraries and archives. So, what is historical research in libraries and archives? So, historical research in libraries and archives is a working to understand the past through the interpretation of primary and secondary sources that may exist in the forms of text, historical sites, recorded data, pictures, maps, and etc. So, first paragraph. Research in libraries and archives is necessary in the study of history, as these are repositories of primary and secondary sources that allows us to create narratives of the past through accepted methods of historical scholarship. It is imperative upon students to be able to develop an aptitude toward doing research in this venue so to further develop their skills in historical research. So, in a simple explanation, libraries and archives back then, they are like a treasure chest for history. They hold the original stories and facts, or let's say primary sources, and the books and articles written about those stories, which is the secondary sources. Back then, if you want to study really, you need to understand history. You need to learn how to find and use this as a treasures. And like, think of it like your family past. So if you look on your old photos or letters, historians do the same, but with the whole part past. So they find more in the books wherein they can use it to do the research, or use it to have a references for doing the research. Students of history are usually expected to write historical essays and or historical research papers, and this entails the collection of data through primary sources. There are available primary sources on Philippine history online. However, much remains to be digitized and made accessible to the public. Libraries and archives still provides more variety of sources in different formats, such as books, journal, articles, newspapers, magazines, photographs, and even audio and video recordings. But shifting through all the materials available might prove to be a daunting task for the unacquainted. So, in a simple explanation, students back then need the primary sources for historical essays or research, while while some research are while some sources are online. Libraries still offer a wider variety of material, such as books, newspapers, photos, or etc. Navigating these sources can be challenging back then because finding some um, sources might be so challenged because they need to find more in a books or anything that they can find the same sources or same topic or material that they need. So before the internet, physical libraries and archives were the primary source of information. Nowadays, libraries have foregone the tedious and antique card cataloging system and have been using a digital version to catalog their holdings called the Online Public Access Catalog, or OPAC. Sometimes simply the library catalog. In this system, instead of going through each entry on physical index card, a simple search will yield to holdings of the library related to what you are searching for. Searching by a subject will give you a list of sources, primary and secondary, to aid you in creating a preliminary biography that you may later on access physically in the holdings of library. So, in a short explanation, back then, libraries using card catalog, and now they are using OPAC, which is online public access catalog, which it simply mean is a broader digital catalog, which is reflecting a broader digital revolution for developing a computer databases and internet transform that can can get the information organized and access. So in this new catalog, it is so it is allowing for faster and more efficient searches for the libraries to um, get some sources or information about the sources that they need to find.